Welcome back. My name is Ivica Cartello. You are watching React School for the Total Beginners, Redux postsReducer. In the same React application with the counter, we have add a new post. A, B, save post. C, D, save post. Here is add form for post title and content, and button save post. And behind that we have a post. First post, second post, it is initial state. And here is my post momentary. F12 Redux, and here it is, for example, go to 0, action, nothing, state. We have in this application counter state. If I go increment 1, 2, you look at value is changing, and posts I have only initial value. ID, title first, content hello, content more text, title is first post, second post. But if I add some of my post here, look at right now when I save post, I have here ID. It is ID. I spoke about. I will talk about this ID. Title A, content B. A, content B. Add amount. Here is 5. It is state, action. You look at action counter, increment by amount. It is last action. Payload pin 2. When I CD, now we have payload type post edit, action type. Let's get by order. Store.js, I add a second reducer. Name is posts, and posts plural reducer. Coming here in store, and of course import postsReducer from featured post slice. Let's go to posts, folder posts, as for counter, folder counter, posts, slice. Post slice, import create slice from Redux toolkit, and the constant initial state is ID 1, title first, post, content hello. ID 2, it is initial state variable. And constant post slice, create slice. In a block we have name, posts, initial state, reducers, post added, state action, because now not enough state, we have action because we have payload, and here is state, push action, payload. We can make the change like this because reducer use immer library, and that immer library will make job for us and create immutable changes. Immutable state changes from previous state to new state, because state push action payload is not immutable, and it is less do for us. But because of that, there is a Immer library inside this reducer, inside the Redux toolkit. Okay, we have separate folder posts, like we have folder counter, and in that separate posts folder, features post, we have all about postsReducer, and create post slice, create reducer, and here is action from our writing by hand. This we have a post edit, and this post slice, create slice, will create action creator, action object, action type. All that will be automatically in background for us. Okay, we have post edit action, and slice, create slice will create, for example, type of post action type will be posts slash post edit. We can see that you look at posts slash post edit type, action type. It is post slice. Post slice create reducer and action, and add post form. There is here it input is type text, ID post title, name is post title, value input, there is attribute, type, ID, name, post title, value in curly brackets title, and on change in curly brackets on title change. Look it up. This is import what we need. Nanoid, import nanoid from Redux toolkit. Create ID, random ID for us. Import post edit from post slice. And here is export constant, add post form. We use again hook use state for local state as before. For local state, and here is use state without, it is 0 initial state. We have title is local state, and set title is a function what will compare previous value of title with new value, what we type, new value of title. And if it is different, set state will, set title will display new title. Same for content. Use state, create content is a state of input content, input box of content, and set content is set state, and will compare previous value in content and the new value in content. If it is different, will display in user interface. We will see in post list, we will see new post. Constant dispatch, use dispatch. It is dispatch is a method of store, and dispatch take action and carry it to store, give it to reducer. On title change, equal arrow function. Event is parameter of that arrow function. Set title, look at set title is set state. Set title, there is a parameter of event, target, value. It is what we type in that input box. And set title take, it is like memory, it is memorized that value if and display it in user interface if it is different from previous value. Or same is for set content, on content change. And on save post, when we clicked save, here it is. When we click save here, when we clicked on save post clicked, it is variable equal arrow function without parameter. In body of that arrow function we have if construction, if title and content. It means if exist, if it is true that title and content exist, it means that if we type something in title and content input boxes, in block write dispatch, and in brackets we write post edit. Post edit is action, and that action, there is a parameter object. It is in curly brackets. It means it is object, and that object there is a name of members and value. Title and content are directly from here, title, content. ID, nano ID is nano ID will be random number, random construction, random script. ID would be. Nano ID is function would give us a random script. Random string and title content. Post added, that action take this three member dispatch take action post added to reducer. And we have set title and set content. Here is initial value, nothing. And here is initial value, nothing. And our user interface here, section return, will be input, type text, ID post title, name post title. It is attribute of input. Value is title. Here it is. In curly brackets, it means that is this title. And also down. And on change, it is also attribute of input equal in curly brackets on title change. On title change, we will have a value what we type in that inbox. On title change. and here is text area, also ID, name, value, content, on change, on content change. It would be value of text what we typed in that in the input box, text area, pardon. And here is button. Button is type button. It is HTML element. On click, on save post click, save post button. On save post click, when we click on button, we will have on save post click. We will have dispatch. And here starting our React Redux connection. That action go in store. Go in store is Redux, postsReducer. Go in postsReducer, and postsReducer compare previous value. There is a two input. First value, before previous value, and new value, and compare that. If it is different, will emit new state. Here it is add form, and for this part of posts we must create a list, post list. And here it is post list. So there is nothing new, but I control does it all import is clear. Okay, all import is clear. You look at we have used dispatch, but we have not used select because we have that in post list. In post list we have used selector because our post will be displayed in a post list. And because of that is use selector. Use selector, there is a connection between React and Redux. Use selector can take state and bring it and give it to React, concretely in our post list. Export, create a variable post list equal arrow function. In body of arrow function create variable posts, plural, equal use selector, parameter arrow function, parameter state of arrow function, and in body is state.posts. This variable constant post will have all state, all list of state with what is that list of state is different from previous list of state, is different for our one added post. List before and list after post is different for that new post. And in the list we will have new posts, a new list of posts. Here it is. Create variable rendered posts is our very, very well-known posts is array. Posts is array. It means that use selector create array, and posts is array. Members of that array is title and content, and of our posts. Here is rendered post is a new array, because method map of array produce new array, render it, post will be array. And the method map from the post, there is in parameter there is arrow function. Here is a post, it is parameter of our arrow function, and in the body we have article is name of div. It is HTML5 version coming with naming some div what we can use. Article key is post ID. Look at post ID. It is singular. It is post ID. It would be that the random string, and age 3 heading would be post title. It is curly brackets. It is concretely value, concretely properties, title, and post content substring only 100 character spaces, because in the future we will create link to complete post, and finish of that div article. Return in section is also div. In HTML5 coming div with that name. Age 2 posts rendered post. This is concretely it is that posts rendered post. We speak about post slice, post list, add post form. We speak about that, and it's all app.js. We have counter, add post form, and post list. Counter is a React element. There is a capital letter beginning. Also add post form and post list. It is 3 React elements, and different in syntax, different from HTML element, is only in letters. First letters is here in HTML element. It is not capital. First letter is not capital letter. It is a difference in syntax. It is fragment in fragment. Here before we import. No, I don't need this. We import counter, post list, add post form. You probably see that I stopped use semicolon, because in JavaScript now we don't need write it, but if we write, it's support also write and not write, and when we something don't need write, we very often don't write, because it is a laziness, but and also productivity, but must care about new row, because when we write semicolon, for example, we can write all in one row, and in one row separate by semicolon. But when we create in a new row, we don't need write it. Okay, that's interesting. It is third time what we speak about Redux, and I wanted that it is very useful for take routine in scripting and same one routine of writing, and step by step I will spoke about theory, about Redux, and all that example until now is complete, is very simple, but it is complete about Redux. We have only API for remote data, but for that there is a time. It is something like we spoke, but we must include some new library because our application must have middleware for go out from our synchronize, go out in asynchronous work, and waiting until data, and don't waiting our application, don't waiting until API data coming to action again and go to Redux. About that in the future. But for now, it is third example, and scripting have a structure. Thank you for watching this video.